Reviving AV legislation, Nissan's EV investment, Stellantis profits rise, and more. Good morning, everyone. I'm Laura Harris. Welcome to First Shift. Coming up, more on those headlines soon. But first, our lead story. I'm a Barbie girl in a General Motors world. Well, that's the case for Barbie actress Margot Robbie in Greta Gerwig's box office hit Barbie.
One legendary icon deserves another.
Get it! The movie is filled with GM product placement: Corvette, Hummer, and Blazer. But it's also a statement about empowerment from the only global automaker with a female CEO, GM's Mary Barra. The visibility helps GM play the long game of planting its products in the minds of a captive audience. And according to Automotive News reporter Hannah Lutz, the cars were a crucial part of the story, not a distraction. The automaker received nearly $8 million in global product placement from the movie's opening weekend. In Barra's world, GM conveys a message similar to Barbie's mantra: women can be successful in anything. Auto safety and consumer advocates push back on efforts to revive autonomous vehicle legislation. They say it lacks common sense safeguards and regulations to protect road users. During a virtual press event, President of Advocates for Highway and Auto Safety, Kathy Chase, said they need leaders and policymakers to address this public health crisis, and that there's no independent evidence that AVs will do so. The criticism comes ahead of a House hearing to consider separate draft legislations on AVs. You can read more on these stories in our newsletter, The Daily. To subscribe, go to the More section on our website and click Newsletters on the left side of the screen. Stellantis' first half profits and revenue rise as supply issues ease. The automaker says net income during the first 6 months surged 37% to $12 billion, while total revenue increased 12% to $109 billion. New CFO Natalie Knight says pricing power is still the main driver for the results of the group. Stellantis does not report full quarterly financial results. Nissan will invest up to $663 million in Renault's Ampere EV spinoff, under a finalized deal to restructure the company's long-standing alliance. Renault and Nissan say they plan to complete definitive agreements in the fourth quarter of 2023. Nissan will become a strategic investor in Ampere and have a seat on its board. The deal ends 10 months of negotiations and rebalances a long-term partnership. General Motors plans to build a next-generation Chevrolet Bolt EV based on the automaker's Ultium battery platform. In April, the automaker said it would discontinue the Bolt and EUV at the end of 2023. However, on Tuesday, GM CEO Mary Barra made a surprise announcement that the new Bolt will be brought to market on an accelerated timeline. Specifics were not discussed. A crew member and several others were injured after fire engulfed a cargo ship off the Dutch coast. The ship went ablaze while carrying nearly 3,000 Mercedes vehicles. The Coast Guard says the fire might last for several days. The Porsche 911 is here to stay. It will be the sole survivor of the automaker's combustion models. Porsche has a plan to gradually electrify its car lineup, so electric vehicles make up 80% of sales by 2030. The German luxury automaker's plans have been closely watched because of its investments in e-fuels and push for the EU to allow such vehicles after 2035. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Be sure to follow us online at autonews.com for updates from our reporters all day, every day. I'm Laura Harris. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.